feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God when I pray. I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God when I pray. I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
Let's take a breath together and close our eyes in a time of reflection. On this day, I am reminded of new beginnings. For all that I have lived until now, for all that I have experienced, I say thank you. For the joys, for the regrets, from the mayhem to the mishaps, from the poignant to the painful, I say thank you. For in all of this, I have received the gifts of life, of love, of learning. And all has prepared me for this now moment, this place of new beginning, where fresh possibilities invite me forward. I now release that which no longer serves, and I swing the doors wide open to life. O great spirit of creation, here I come. And so it is.
When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
The days of awe begin with us tonight. May the next 10 days be days of reflection, introspection, and peace. May we prepare ourselves for the changes in the year to come. May it be a good year. May it be a healthy year. May it be a peace for all of us, all around the globe. May it be a year of peace within ourselves. May we live our lives with integrity, service, and love. May we be blessed with the strength of this community, of our families, and our friends. May we remember what is truly important in life, and may we remember to be grateful every day. May we all be inscribed another year in the book of life.
I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender. The living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender.
Got a full house.
Good morning. So, yeah, we have a good bunch of kids today. I'm so excited. We're running out of room on the platform. That's a good thing, too. So, so YOU is getting ready to have elections today. That's the high school group, Youth of Unity. So we will be announcing new presidents of our high school group next week. So I'm super excited about that. We have our open house, Family Fun Day coming up on October 13th. We're going to have a bouncy house and face painting and scavenger hunt and lots of prizes. It's going to be super fun. So please tell your friends and neighbors, come join us. It's just a day of fun. So thank you. Help me with the blessing, please.
Thank you for being our family. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for blessing and teaching us. God bless you. Amen.
All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender.
What a great crew, huh? And a great group of teachers. We're thankful for our Youth and Family Ministries program. So good. Good morning and welcome to In Lynnwood. We are so very glad that each and every one of you are here today. We're always blessed with your unique presence here and the gifts that you bring to this community. Today we're celebrating, you may or may not know, Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. So happy Rosh Hashanah. Do you say that? Yeah, okay, I said it. The thing that's beautiful about Unity in Lynnwood and about Unity itself is that we are open and respectful and celebrating religious traditions around the planet and the gems that we can gather from each of them. And this would be one example of that. The lessons learned, the inspirations to be had from Rosh Hashanah. Dr. Richard's going to be talking about that later in the service. But for now, just know that we are at a time of new beginnings and to be reminded by this beautiful Jewish holiday that there are beautiful possibilities ahead for all of us. Today is Prayer Sunday, and on this Prayer Sunday, our prayer chaplains invite you to the back of the sanctuary into our family room after service for what we call a Divine Wholeness session. And in these, you are supported by the prayer chaplain to become aware of the movement of the Holy Spirit within you. It's a beautiful time of prayer. Also at the end of service, our prayer chaplains, other ones, they'll divide up and conquer here. They come to the front of the sanctuary and they can support you in a time of personal prayer up here as well. And we want to recognize them and say thank you for their service to our community this morning with a round of applause. Could we have our prayer chaplain stand for us, please? It's a beautiful ministry that's provided by these prayer chaplains here and the rest of our prayer team that support us and by seeing the divine in each of our situations in life, the divine in each of us, and all good possibilities ahead. We are so grateful for the service you provide for us. All week long, if there's something that comes up for you that you would like to have prayer support for, you can call our confidential prayer line, or you can leave a prayer request online on our website or on our app. Or, of course, you can reach into the seat back in front of you and you'll find a prayer slip there, and you can write out a prayer and you can put it in the offering basket as it goes by later in the service, and you can know that that gets loving support from all of our prayer chaplains. Take advantage of that if you'd like. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, says this about prayer: the law of divine enthusiasm, spiritual zeal, is one of the most powerful laws operative in the kingdom of heavens. To speak always fearlessly, truthfully, and courageously makes for enthusiasm and establishes a confidence, a sureness that even the angels in heaven must notice and honor. I love that. We get lit up about something, and the angels are listening. It's good. He also says this, and this reminds us about the way that denials and affirmations work. We must carefully choose what thoughts we are going to loose in our mind, what we're going to release, and what thoughts we are going to bind, or we're going to secure and anchor, for they will come into manifestation in our affairs. Today's denial and affirmation is here. I'm going to go ahead and say it once. Let's take a moment to take it in, and then I'm going to have you join with me. I don't worship some distant deity. I love God by loving life. I honor God by living life. Let's take a stand. And together. I don't worship some distant deity. I love God by loving life. I honor God by living life. Let's take a few moments to greet each other.
Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
I see somebody's a big fan of our really bad jokes. Arr! Ahoy, mateys. It's me, First Mate Nina.
And me, Captain Karen.
And we're wanting to tell ye that we found a pirate map that will help us locate the famous treasure chest of Blackbeard himself. It will be available for bidding at the upcoming live auction.
What? Hey, what's that you say?
Who's that?
I be the notorious Captain Blackbeard himself.
Well, blow me down. I think the ghost of Blackbeard be talking to us from Davy's locker.
What's this about me treasure? You leave my treasure be, or...
What if we let you tell a pirate joke or two?
A joke? Like a pirate joke?
Yes, will ye let us have your treasure then? After all, you're dead.
Well, in that case, what's the difference between a hungry pirate and a drunk pirate?
I don't know, Blackbeard. What?
One's a rumbling tummy, and the other's a tumbling rummy. Why did the pirate give up golf?
I don't know, Blackbeard.
He kept hooking the ball. Golf. Hooking. Last one, me mateys. What do you call it when a pirate gets chronic sleeping problems?
I don't know, Captain Blackbeard. What?
Restless peg syndrome.
Shiver me timbers, Captain Blackbeard. Thanks for speaking to us from Davy's locker. And thanks for the treasure. On to the treasure and gluttony. If you haven't heard yet, on October 26th, we be gathering in our best pirate wear for our annual fundraiser here on the good ship Unity in Lynnwood. This promises to be an evening ye'll not soon forget. There'll be grog, real pirates, a silent and a live auction with piles of treasure for your bidding pleasure. The evening will culminate with the soul-stirring music of Jerome Johnson.
If you already have plans on another ship, you can still participate in our Fund a Need by filling out a proxy form. Your Board of Trustees has dedicated this year's Fund a Need to purchase a quality, used 15-passenger side-step shuttle with a wheelchair lift in support of our unwavering commitment to remain a community of intentional welcome. And any leftover funds will flow to our general fund, where we will support the completion of the work on our gazebo, as well as many programs we have here at Unity in Lynnwood, from our vibrant youth program to our community outreach to adult education and interfaith work.
And I'll tell you, the wheelchair lift will come in handy with all the peg leg pirates. This year's auction is made possible by our generous sponsors, Howard and Judy Chermak, Mill Creek Family Services, and Unity in Lynnwood's own Board of Trustees. You might not know this, but our sponsors make it possible for us to pay for all the upfront costs of putting on a fundraiser: the auction software, caterers, event licensing, decorations, and entertainment, which makes it possible for us to even get the cannonball rolling.
Come and see us at the table back of the sanctuary after service. There you can register for the auction, sign up as a volunteer, fill out a proxy form, or donate an item. We are looking for a few specific donations to make sure the treasure that you will be bidding on will be even more valuable. In specific, bottles of wine and restaurant gift certificates. And we need all these items turned in by Friday, October 4th.
See you on the high seas on October 26th.
And remember, don't spend all my treasure in the same place.
Cameron's funny. I mean, thank you, Reverend Nina Clark. Thank you, Karen Breen James. Karen Breen James is the small group ministry lead for our students of Myrtle study group that happens at 9 o'clock on the last Sunday of every month. That is one of the many offerings of the small group ministry that appear on the Jumbotron behind me. The price for admission is simple. You show up. You just show up. That you would not have to memorize this bevy of possibility. We've created a postcard that's available to you at the Welcome and Information Station. Feel free to grab one and take it with you and avail yourself to any or all. Ken Uri, you take me to church, brother. I love your style. I love your style. I love what you say. You know, it was Charles Fillmore, and I paraphrase, who said, you know, we are not seeking to form yet another exclusive group of know-it-alls. He went on to say that we have sought the highest truths from all spiritual traditions. That's the reason we are called unity. You know? Woo! R. If you would like to become a formal member of this evolving, unfolding idea we cherish and share, please consider joining me next Sunday following both services for an experience we call the Basics of Unity. This is followed by a Friday evening reception held in your honor. Meet your board of trustees, meet your staff, meet key leaders and volunteers. That's followed, of course, by new members Sunday, which welcomes you in a really safe and beautiful ritual. Applications are available at the Welcome and Information Station as well. Learn to connect with loved ones on the other side. Stephanie Barton is a friend, a registered nurse who quite simply has some undeniably unique capabilities. It's been written that in this workshop, she will guide you in a deep level of understanding of the energetic anatomy of physical death. What happens to our energy after we transition, and how we on the physical plane can consciously and wisely access the essence of those who have moved on. Cost is $99. We ask that you register online. This is followed by an experience called Angels Among Us. It is a public reading experience offered on Sunday evening, available to you on a love offering basis. Every service has an ambassador, except for today. There will be no ambassador today. See, I said at 9 o'clock, I think there's something suspicious about the fact that our ambassadors and our drummer are gone on the same day. I'm thinking that Scotty has enrolled our ambassadors in some sort of drumming. Yeah, okay. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but we'll go with that. Practical spirituality, welcoming community. It is our admittedly short mission statement. Every week I like to support this with one of the 6 bullet points which we developed in deepening conversation with our Board of Trustees beginning in late 2014. Take a deep breath. See if this speaks to you. It reads as follows. We seek to discover and share spiritual practices which are reliable, which are repeatable, and to infuse these spiritual practices into every arena of daily life. You good with that? You'll have the opportunity to sing a bit this morning if you like. Are you ready?
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I forget, will you remember for me? When I forget, will you remember for me? Help me see what you can see. When I forget, when I forget, when you forget, I will remember for you. When you forget, I will remember for you. I will see what you can't see. When you forget, I am a light of the world. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am a light of the world. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am a light of the world. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am a light of the world. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am a light of the world. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am a light of the world. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper. My love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper. My love go deeper into my God.
Amelia Fajardo chairs an Artist's Hallway project. If you have not seen the new quarters show, I would invite you to give it a visit. It features the artwork of Gloria Pulliam and Dr. Dennis Wackerbarth, and it is stunning. It's a visit directly down the main hallway. If you showed up yesterday for the grand grounds cleanup and doesn't it look stunning, would you raise your hand and simply allow us to give you a round of applause, please? That's right. Put it up there. That's right. Shana Tova. Shana Tova. It is a greeting for all who celebrate the Jewish New Year, today's being one of the 4 dates considered as such. So I begin our service by saying Shana Tova, at which point you say it back to me, Shana Tova. Oh, well done. Excellent job, lovely students. Now let me be clear from the outset that a Jewish scholar I'm not, but I love the epic themes of the high holy days. Rosh Hashanah, the following 10 days of awe, as they're often called in modern Judaism, and Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, the Day of At-One-ment. So if scholarship is what you want, and if you haven't registered for the upcoming High Holy Days with Rabbi Ted Falcon yet, please consider registering at the door this evening. 7 o'clock p.m. begins his service. You're also welcome to register by visiting RabbiTedFalcon.com. It's not too late. There is an informational postcard for your convenience at the welcome and information. Oh, well done. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Made me cry a little bit right there. Now, Rosh Hashanah often begins with the sounding of the ram's horn, or the shofar. 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 At least so far, Danielle. And this has been interpreted as something of a wake-up call to turn back to God. Now, let it be said that both Jewish and Unity traditions seem to agree that there is a word used by biblical writers that means to turn back to God, and that word is repent. So while it might be said that repentance is a central theme of the Jewish high holy days, if you're like me, the definition you grew up with didn't mean to turn back to God. It meant shame, blame, self-flagellation, followed by the need to re-earn fickle, moody man God's favor, usually through some combination of begging and crying. We all remember the Jerry Falwell debacle all too well. Now, personally, I'm quite delighted to forego the shame, blame, and self-flagellation for a simple turn back to God who's with me in that delight this morning. Besides, I can quite tell you that no one in this room wants to witness me beg and cry. It is not a pretty sight. So starting with Rosh Hashanah's wake-up call to turn back to God, the following 10 days of awe, as they are often called in modern Judaism, are understandably, if not predictably, days of introspection. They're days of reflection, days of humility. They are days of forgiveness, specific to any moments in which we might have, for lack of a better phrase, turned from God. So while some Jews eat sweets on Rosh Hashanah, apples, raisins, figs, honey, to symbolize a sweet new year, others do so to symbolize a time of preparation for that introspection, for that reflection, that humility, that forgiveness. After all, introspection, reflection, humility, and forgiveness can feel less than sweet. Now, from rabbinic tradition, 3 books are said to open on Rosh Hashanah. The book of life for all the saints and sages. Let me just look around, obviously. The book of death for all the scoundrels and scallywags, and the third for the rest of us who pretty much bounce back and forth between saint and scoundrel the rest of the time. So this gives rise to another greeting you might hear from time to time. May your name be inscribed in the book of life. May your name be inscribed in the book of life. For these 3 books are said to remain open until Yom Kippur, at which time all names will be sealed into either the first book or the second book. Now, in unity, we would say that the higher reality that we call God isn't wise, it's wisdom itself. It's not sufficient, it's sufficiency itself. It isn't alive, it is life. It is life itself. This is why the early Hebrew writer named God appearing in the form of light as I amness, as beingness, as isness. If you're like me, as soon as I begin to think of God as alive, my mind tends to pull out the flesh-colored crayon. It begins to fashion nostrils on a very human face. As soon as I begin to think of God as alive, my mind begins to create that anthropomorphic being. However, as soon as I begin to think of God as life, everything changes. For as soon as I begin to think of God as life, my mind begins to perceive something of a divinity wherever there is life. My mind begins to perceive something of a divinity in the beauty which we enjoy beyond these very windows, in the majesty of the trees, in the loveliness of the leaves, in the wonder of the insects, my mind begins to perceive something of a divinity in the air and the water, even in the givingness of the sun and the moon, even in the starkness of a rock and sand. And even more beautifully, as soon as I begin to think of God as life, my mind begins to perceive something of a divinity in the individual who sits to my right this morning. My mind begins to perceive something of a divinity in the individual who sits to my left this morning, in the individual whom I easily cherish, and in the individual whom I do not yet understand alike. As soon as I begin to think of God as life, my mind begins to perceive something of a divinity, even in the workings of my own heart and mind. And in such a reorientation, I come to understand that to love God is to mindfully and joyfully love that life that surrounds me in every moment. Come to understand that to despise the gays, to minimize the women, to vilify the others, to mindlessly contribute to the unthinkably cruel genocide of animals on a Saturday and pretend to love God on a Sunday represents a spiritual hypocrisy beyond my willingness to entertain. And in such a reorientation, I come to understand that to honor God is to boldly and courageously live that life which is uniquely mine to live. I come to understand that to abandon the very intellect, to forsake the very creativity, to diminish the very talents, to forego the very dreams which are so vibrantly alive within me on a Saturday and pretend to honor God on a Sunday represents a spiritual absurdity beyond my willingness to entertain. So starting with Rosh Hashanah's wake-up call to turn back to God, the following 10 days of awe, the upcoming 10 days of awe, as they're often called in modern Judaism, are understandably, if not predictably, days of introspection, days of reflection, days of humility, and yes, days of forgiveness, specific to any and all moments in which we might have failed to mindfully and joyfully love that life which surrounds us in every moment, or to boldly and courageously live that life which is uniquely ours to live. So let me start by pointing to the obvious. These epic themes of the high holy days or the high holidays seem to imply that your page isn't so much a product of what God's doing as it's a product of what you're doing. Your page isn't so much a product of holy chance as it is a product of human choice. If this weren't true, then the grand metaphor would simply have God open a book, scan with his finger until he found your name, and then either give you a thumbs up or one of those sad shrugs. This is why in the Torah, God is said to have placed before us both blessing and curse, both life and death, with the charge: choose life. Choose life. You write yourself into the book of life or the book of death with every choice to love and to live. And in their wisdom, the ancient Hebrews imagined a God who allows you the freedom to do so. So let us choose life. If you have to be afraid of something, be afraid of reaching the end of your grand adventure only to discover that it was neither. So we close with the words of the essayist who wrote it this way: there exists no security in nature. There exists no unconditional guarantee, no assured safety, no steadfast comfort in nature. One need only watch Animal Planet for an hour or so to recognize this truth. I suspect each reader can relate to frolicking in the shallows, enjoying the sunshine on his fur and munching on the wayward sardine, only moments before being thrashed into the deep waters of an earthly incarnation. You see, earthly life can be tough. All grand adventures can be tough. And that's what earthly life is. Earthly life is a grand adventure in which a limitless creator explores the limitlessness of its universe through the limitlessness of its creation. Earthly life is a grand adventure in which a limitless creator explores deep loves and profound losses, breathless laughter and relentless tears, betrayal and forgiveness, creation and destruction, beginnings and endings, entrances and exits. You see, a deeply spiritual existence is an inherently dangerous thing. And so at the end of my life, let them write that I accepted this charge. Let them write that I embraced the entirety of the thing. Let them write that I loved and lost, that I laughed and cried, that I tried and failed. Let them write that I took a chance, that I stood naked, that I looked silly. But at the end of my life, at least let them write that I showed up. At the end of my life, let them write an epic tale. Otherwise, I know they will write nothing at all. Let's close those outer eyes. Rosh Hashanah is marked, it is inaugurated, it is introduced through the blowing of the ram's horn, through the blowing of the shofar, as something of a wake-up call to return to God, to turn back to God, to turn back to love, to turn back to life.
vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be.
And so it is. And so it is.
Thank you, Matthew. Jennifer, Bev, Jonesy, just beautiful music. Thank you for that. And Dr. Richard, words of inspiration every week. We are so grateful for you. Now's the time in our service where we have the opportunity to give. And as we prepare our tithes and our love offerings, I'd like to share with you some words from Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, about giving. If we have freely received, and most certainly we have, we must also freely give and keep the substance going, confident in our understanding that our supply is unlimited and that it is always right at hand in the omnipresent mind of God. We want to say thank you to everyone here physically in this place today for all good gifts given, and those who are physically with us online as well. We're so grateful for all gifts given to this community, this ministry, this message, and this music. Let's take this affirmation together. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving, and so it is.
All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender. in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.
Let's bless these gifts together. We infuse these gifts with love. We release these gifts in faith. We say thank you for the gift of giving. So much gratitude, and so it is. Thank you, ushers. As always, we have lots of announcements about things going on here in our community, but before we get to that, we want to say hello to anyone who might be visiting us for the first time. And we say hello just with a round of applause if you want to put your hand in the air. Anyone visiting for the first time? Yes? All right, good to see you. Good morning, welcome. Good morning, hi. We're so glad that you're here. In the seat in front of you, there is a newcomer's information card if you haven't already seen that. It tells a little bit more about our community. And there's also a stay in touch card if you're new today or you're newer to our community or you need to update your information with us. You can put your email address on that, and that will result in just a couple of emails each month designed to inspire us and keep us informed about that which is happening here at Unity in Lynnwood. I'm not sure if you know what your license plate is, but there is a car in our parking lot with the headlights on, and the information I have is the license plate. So I'm going to give you that, and if that sparks any interest to go turn off your lights, it's 8KMP937. If that were mine, I don't even know if I do it. But if you do know, or if you think maybe you left your lights on, it's out there. I don't know what kind of car it is. Today's flowers, and they are lovely, are dedicated by Dave. Happy birthday, Carrie Darvel Coat. Yes. Gorgeous. Registration for Rabbi Ted's High Holy Days is open. Please grab a postcard or register by visiting the Welcome and Information Station or rabbitedfalcon.com. That's fancy, isn't it? He's got his own little .com. If you are an active, eligible member of UIL, you are eligible for service on our Board of Trustees beginning in January. Please read the job description and complete the application no later than next Sunday. If you would like to nominate another, please secure their permission prior to doing so. Hey, I think you'd be great on the board. Can I nominate you? Something like that. And then you listen to their answer. Yeah. Trustees are, yes, always helpful. Trustees are elected for 3-year terms of service. The annual business Trustees are elected for 3-year terms during the annual business meeting on Sunday, October 20th, following the 11 o'clock service. All are encouraged to attend, although only active eligible members may vote. Join Reverend Nina Clark for Spiritual Awakening, a midweek healing service starting on Wednesday, October 16th at 7 p.m., and continuing 3 more Wednesdays. Co-founder Myrtle Fillmore teaches us that awakening spiritually is foundational to all healing. Following a brief lesson, we will dig deep together using a combination of New Thought prayer and vibrational healing frequencies to shake loose old entrenched patterns that stand between us and our spiritual awakening. Our local humanitarian outreach team invites you to participate in their October clothing drive to benefit clients at the Everett Gospel Mission and Holly House. Please grab a postcard for details. And of course, all good things happening at Unity in Lynnwood can be found in your printed program by visiting our Facebook page or the calendar page right at our website at unityinlynnwood.org.
So I bring you blessings and greetings from the Northwest region of Unity Churches. They know who you are. They know who you are. They see you. I promise. Rabbi Ted Falcon and I were honored to keynote the conference last week. I look forward to an afternoon of rest today, frankly. We were honored to co-facilitate that event where I proudly learned for the first time that indeed I can speak for a solid hour without stopping. Woo! You want me to do what, I thought? Is it an hour? And I was enrolled to teach for 2 hours on Thursday, so I became nervous again, and I said to Reverend Nina, oh, you come sit with me because I'll run out of steam at like 8 minutes and the rest will be yours. But I discovered that indeed I can talk for 2 hours without stopping. Oh. I wonder what's next. Our community has a number of beautiful matriarchs, one of whom has the name Nan Allen, and I was visiting with her yesterday, and in classic Nan form, this mystic, this teacher, she said, I have to know what you're planning to say tomorrow. And so I told her, and then the conversation eventually turned to, well, Nan, what does it mean to you then to turn back to God? And she said, it means to turn from the noisy without to the within. Isn't that beautiful? She ultimately said it is indeed to walk through the world of noise and fear without compromising one's center. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for blessing me with your noble presence again and always and sincerely. I'm deeply, deeply honored to share this portion of my path with each and every one of you. We've been closing services with a sung blessing of late, so we will introduce that through some words of benediction. You're welcome to remain seated. You're welcome to remain seated or to stay seated, both, really. Whichever one you prefer. Or you're welcome to stand. Let's inject this with something of a faith, with something of a boldness as we speak these words. There is one power and one presence in, through, and around all creation. So we go forth as the eyes of divine love, as the tongues of divine wisdom, as the hands of divine sufficiency, and the bold and ready hearts of divine life.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure
I've offered you an interpretation of a holiday that leaves you with the charge to love and to live. That's your charge. So I'd like you to begin by learning 3 names before you learn this very room. And behind each of those conversations, may the following words dance on your heart. May your name be inscribed in the book of life. May your name be inscribed in the book of life. may your name be inscribed in the book of life. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.